I have no idea what that music is doing right now because I have no speakers. It was total guesswork there. Hello, everyone. Goodness. Usually I have Rachel behind the scenes doing all of the moving of the bells and the whistles of the music and all that. I have to get speakers. That's all there is to it. I need some speakers. Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. Is it really Monday already? Somebody check. What happened to the weekend? Who took the weekend? Because didn't feel like I got one. Hello. Yes, we are coming to you live from the Good Stuff Thrift Store in Las Vegas. I am Danny Ackerman. And no, there is no bougie today. Well, there's bougie in spirit because he is on the merch. He's right there. He's on the lucky cart along with Little Hope. Yes, we have Niche Lady merch now, you guys. I know I've announced it before, but I've never officially really shown it. And I brought you some goodies to show today. Oh, look, I'm even using my Niche Lady mouse pad right there. See? Whew, we are going to get shop done and make it fun here at the Good Stuff Thrift Store this week. The fun starts today. We are doing the very first ever shopping from the shelves over on Whatnot. And we're going to see how that goes. It's going to be interesting. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you are not already signed up over at Whatnot, be sure you do that and use the link that Melissa is going to put over there in the chat, which will give you $15 free money just to come spend, just for signing up using the Niche Lady link. And then once you're in there, it's pretty easy. It's pretty fun. We're going to shop the shelves, and when somebody wants to buy something, we're going to throw it into the little catalog-y thing really quick, and we're going to run it, and we'll see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? I know, right? Hey, something I have learned. If you wait until everything is perfect to do something, until you're sure that there can be no problems, you'll never do it. You'll just never do it. You will find reasons to put it off because it won't be perfect. I see that as I have been coaching people for many, many, many years. And it's like the number one thing, waiting until all those ducks are in a row. Well, anybody who's ever had ducks knows they never get in a row. Okay. They don't do it. For sure. Yeah. So, we are officially opening the doors Wednesday, December 7th. Yes, that is the date, December 7th, Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the morning. We are going to be open 10 to 5. And it's official that we're opening the doors. Now, this is our soft opening. And what that means is it's kind of like we're opening without. Well, I mean, there's been a hubbub. We're not quietly open. We really should have just quietly opened and kind of tested things because I'm a little nervous about how many people are going to be showing up, and mostly just making sure we're like ready to handle everything because I don't want anybody to have a bad experience the very first time. I feel like I got that light, like right there we go. That's a little better, right? We want everything to be smooth. We don't want any bad experiences. We want the cash register experience to run well and all of that. So that's why it's kind of a test open, but we're not reclosing. Like we're open. We're open for business. And then it's our time to work out any little kinks in the system and whatever we have to do. And then we will be having an official grand opening party in January. I've got a lot of people saying that they want to make a trip to Vegas to come out and be part of the grand opening. So we pushed that out into January, where hopefully there's going to be some really good airfares and cheap hotels and all of that stuff for people who are coming in from out of town. So thank you, April. It's looking like this week we will be cash only, simply because I don't have the merchant account equipment yet to run credit cards. I'm still crossing fingers that by some miracle we could figure out how to take credit cards. I don't know what that would. I don't have time to get like a card reader for my phone or anything like that. So it's yeah. The good news is there is an ATM in the parking lot. So that is the good news. Yeah, hopefully only a week at the most. Hopefully by next Tuesday when we reopen after we're closed Sunday and Monday. So hopefully by next Tuesday we are just up and running with credit cards. Oh, Donna, well, Donna, we're open. We're open this week. So if you are around and in town, please come by. Please do. The address, here it is. It's 1401 North Decatur Boulevard. That is at the cross street. We're just north of Vegas Drive. Is it Vegas Drive? It's Vegas Drive, that street. We're between Vegas Drive and Washington. Yeah, we are in the same complex as the Beauty Supply Warehouse. They have like the biggest sign, and Family Dollar. So you see their signs, you're in the right place. There's a golf course across the street. Pepe's Tacos. Oh yeah, we'll have change. Right, Darcy? Yes, just follow the smell of the yummy fried chicken next door. Now, Tuesday is her fried chicken special day, but it's Wing Wednesday. It's Wing Wednesday for her over there, and I think the wings are like, what is it, like $1 or $2 a wing? Is that what she does on Wednesdays next door? Is it $1 or $2 on the wings? Does anybody know? $2 wings, but they're big. Like they're big, good. Ooh, and her French fries. Her French fries are the best. Hi, Crystal just showed up. So in case you didn't know, so we are a thrift store and boutique. And the boutique part comes into play with, we have these special little rooms that we have rented out to folks like Sunny Las Vegas, Mikey Bags of Money, Thrifting Vegas, Carrie, and Crystal Van Ho, who you guys know her from Instagram, I hope, and from me promoting her amazing Pyrex jewelry, which is like her specialty. Although you're branching out into some different things now, huh? She's getting some weird stuff. It's really cool. But she repurposes, things, and that's the greatest part about it. Did somebody say hi, Noah? Oh, I cannot take a phone call right now. But thank you for calling. I remember 10-cent wings. I know. Oh, there's Noah. Yeah, Noah's speaking up about the chicken fingers. Noah is a fan of the chicken fingers. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much for your super sticker. Super chat, super sticker. I can never tell the difference. Really appreciate that. There we go. Melissa. It's 1401 North Decatur, not 1404. That won't get you there. And the really bad thing is hopefully you use GPS, because the sign out front does not have the address on it. It's got some of the numbers. It's kind of like one of the little battles we're going through. It's like, okay, I'm here now. Get this place fixed up. But honestly, we pay fees for these things to be kept up. And I'm kind of the one rallying the other business owners here saying, guys, they're supposed to maintain this stuff. That's what we're paying for. So hopefully we get that all fixed up. It's not too bad of a drive. Not too bad of a drive from Yuma. So much. 1401 North, and we are suite number 14. It's suite number 14. So here's the craziness going on this morning. Of course, we don't have our big sign yet, but the guy who is doing the sign is making us a banner to put up. So the banner's probably going to be getting put up while we're open. Like it's going to happen that morning of. So we will have a banner, and then we've got these beautiful decals being put on the windows and on the wall right as you walk in. And that's literally being printed today and being put up hopefully tomorrow. Like all this little last minute stuff. So I wanted to come on today and answer any questions you guys might have, because we are doing things a little bit different. It's not just a basic traditional thrift store, but we are a thrift store. We are a bona fide donated goods thrift store in the main part of the store, about 5,000 square feet worth. We have partnered with 4 different nonprofits, and they drive in the donations. So we are supporting, you know what? I want to get this right. Rebecca? Oh, she's on the phone. She's on the phone. Oh, that might have been my sign guy trying to call. She's on the phone now. So I want to get it right on who we're supporting here. So we've got.
Right in the middle of something. I'm sorry. It's really bad. You want to call me back? Okay, I will. Okay.
She is handling like 26,000 different things for me too.
Hi guys.
So we've got Ava's Avengers, and what is their mission?
So their mission is a lot like Ronald McDonald's house. So basically what they do is if a child is sick and they have to go out of state and book a hotel room for 2 weeks, well, insurance obviously doesn't pay for that. So, and the parents are already losing money from their jobs, you know, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what they've done is they've decided to help the parents pay for things like that, things that insurance don't cover, but also they go a little bit beyond that as well. So they bring like gifts. It has to be brand new and packaged because, you know, germs. But brand new and packaged, and then they send it to these children that, you know, need a teddy bear to hug in the hospital, that type of stuff. They're an amazing organization. They don't get enough credit. They do work side by side with the Ronald McDonald's house, who gets a ton of publicity, and they don't get hardly any. How it was created real quick, and I'm sure that they would want me to tell you, is the founder of Ava's Avengers actually has a daughter who has a really bad illness. It's called Chiaria, I believe is the name. It's when you have like a leakage of the brain fluid.
Oh.
Yeah, and what it causes sick, headaches, joint pain, nausea,
terrible.
and there's no cure. There's medication to control it, but there's no cure. So, and then they realized that they were in that same predicament where they didn't have enough money to travel and do this stuff to get to her doctor's appointments. So that's one amazing charity. You want me to go on the other ones?
Yeah. So that's our first one. And then we have Pawtastic Friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's learning.
I'm doing it.
Okay. Because there's a little tricky one about this, and she'll probably tell you in a minute. So Pawtastic Friends, they actually work mostly with rescue dogs that are out of the shelter or in a rescue that has either behavioral issues or socialization issues, and it kind of makes them more adoptable. It's like an enrichment center. And they actually have their own building. They take these dogs in. They have an aquatic director. They, you know, teach them how to walk on leash, how to eat, you know, with other dogs around, how not to play with other dogs and not fight, which improves their rate. I think if I last remembered, they're like over almost 600 to this date, and they just started a few years ago of animals that they've adopted because of their enrichment center. So it's great for the valley.
And then see if I get this right. Then we have Positive Difference.
Yes.
I know we had 2 paws.
Yeah. So Positive, P-A-W, like pause, just like Pawtastic is P-A-W. Positive Difference is actually a very, very large animal rescue here in Las Vegas. They are known, and they do probably about maybe, sorry, Mikey. Mikey.
Sunny just walked in.
Sunny.
We'll get him over here.
Yeah, we'll get him over here in a minute. So they actually rescue all kinds of animals, all breeds, all creeds type of thing, from chihuahuas to pit bulls and everything in between.
And then last but not least is the Free Rein Equine Rescue based out of Pahrump, which like I says, they do horse rescue in the Las Vegas Valley area. So we have all 4 of those charities are who bring in the donations. It's all donated goods. And then Rebecca is in charge of handling all of that. And she's back there, she's pricing, she's doing all that. And that means that I'm pretty much just I'm not looking until it's on the shelf. There are a few things. No, if we get something like super special or something that, we can't really, like, she looks stuff up. Of course, every single thrift store out there is looking things up, folks. They need to know what stuff is worth to know how to price it. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to, number one, pay all the bills. This place is not cheap. So we take a percentage from the sales that helps us keep the place open and get all the supplies needed and all of that. And then the nonprofits, then they don't have to do anything but drop the stuff off. We do all the work. We get it sold. We give them a check at the end of all of that. So they are fundraising for all of their individual causes. And we are running a really cool thrift store. And then my heart is in helping the resellers and providing you guys stuff that you can buy at a margin where you can turn around and resell it. That is first and foremost on my mind. I've actually gone through, and there are things that I have gone through and actually reduced the price on. That happens. I do that because that's what I want this to be for all of my viewers who are, not all of you are resellers, but a goodly portion are resellers. And I want to share in this awesome, lucrative way of making a living with all of you. I saw a question come in, which I love the question. Patty's Garden and Vintage asked, how does it feel to finally realize your dreams?
Yeah, I think I can get them.
And the cool thing is, guys, for those who've never gone and seen the video that has my story in it. So I was married for 22 years and I could have gone out and gotten a job. I could have, done a bunch of stuff, but I didn't have to. We had a very good life, and I was a housewife and a house mom, and I did eBay on the side. eBay was our fun money. eBay was our go out to dinner money and our go see a show money and all of that. But anything I do, I'm kind of like a go big or go home kind of gal. And I got my eBay business up to a 6-figure business. And then I ran with it and started teaching other people how they could do that as well, because it's great. You work from home, you get to go out and do what you love, which is buying stuff, at least for me. And so that. So I had in 2016, I had opened a consignment store with my then husband, and we had developed software to integrate eBay and retail together. And that was like the whole thing. And then the store was kind of like a proof of concept kind of thing. Well, it's really funny because we literally opened the doors of that almost 7 years to the date. I opened Black Friday of 2016, that store.
Freaky.
And yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it? And then I closed the doors in July of 2017 because, long story short, he moved on, and I couldn't, I wasn't going to kill myself trying to run the place by myself and trying to be a single mom and all of that. So the doors closed, but it was always my dream to get a store opened again. I didn't know it was going to be this. I didn't know. I had gone back and forth with different ideas and different ways that I was going to do all this. And some of you know, I've been looking for a building for a very long time, literally a year and a half. I had put in offers on 6 different buildings, and for one reason or another, they just didn't come to fruition. One of them, like, I put in the offer and then they sold the building, or they were already in escrow and didn't tell me. And it's just been on and on and on. So as you know, I moved into the house I'm in because I gave up on finding a building. I literally was like, you know what? I guess I am just meant to keep running this out of my home, but I wanted a separation of home and business. Hey, this guy. I wanted that separation. See, he's not in the chat to cause trouble today.
Separation. Perfect timing.
Yeah, I did perfect timing. So I got, this big, beautiful house with a separate casita that I could run the business out of and do everything. And then what was it? Like a month later, I found this building. And I was like, oh, well.
You did tell him how much times you were trying to find other places?
Yeah.
I heard it every weekend, folks. When we were going to the flea market, Broad Acres, Danny would tell me how much she's looking at places, and I'd get really excited for her, who doesn't for friends. And then it's the waiting game.
Yeah.
And my thing is with business, like reselling, it's almost like looking at messages and you're like, oh, the dreaded messages on eBay. You don't want to check them, but that could be business. Mm-hmm. So the people that are being open up to giving Danny a place like this, I'm glad finally somebody looked into it and said, all right, let's go. And we are here now.
Yeah.
Under what I call the Danny umbrella.
What's that song? You can, under my umbrella, Ella, A. Okay.
I think I broke my hip. I'm going.
Oh, goodness. So found a building. Then it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's do this. And the price was right. Now, granted, because the price was right, there was a lot of work to be done. A lot. We had to literally, so all this lighting over here, this was all old fluorescent lighting. In fact, there's like one of these things says $319.99 on it. Like, these suckers are old. And so we knew we wanted to change out to LED bulbs. So we had to go through. But then as we got into changing out, because you do have to redo some wiring and stuff, we found that these things had actually been burnt out. Like there was burn marks. And so that created more work we were just going to do maybe like every other one at first to like, oh no, we have to go through every single one of these. So we spent over a week just on changing lighting. And then I don't know if can you guys see along that wall there? Oh, there's Sunny. We got him again. Ooh, I'll go a little more in just a second, show you what else is over there. So all of this slat wall had to be put up. Well, it got put up crooked. So we literally the back half there had to be like taken down and redone. And then they hadn't put any of it into a stud. So we had to go through and reinforce things. Oh, now trouble really just walked in the room. Look who's walking by. Like, hey.
I was watching in the car. I saw that guy there too. How's it going, everybody?
Oh, he's like, Sonny's on there. I'm getting in there. There's no watching from the car. So we got the slat wall put up and we had to paint. So these are the rooms on the side over here, guys. So all of these rooms over here on the side are where Mike and Sunny are down on the end. Then there's Carrie's room. And then there's Harleen and Will, who you will meet through all of this. In fact, Will is right there. And I'll tell you what he's doing in just a second. And then Tiffany's room is right over here. And then Crystal is over. Let me see if I can turn. She is right as you walk in the door over here. You can get to Crystal's room. Ooh, don't want to make you dizzy there. So what's happening over here? You might see a camera. Here we make it easier to see. So I've kind of told you guys a little bit about what we're doing. So Will, Harleen, and Gary have a production company, and they are working with me to produce something very, very fun, new, exciting, And that is going to be some new content for you guys. That is the behind the scenes running a thrift store. They're just like, he's filming right now. You'll see little segments of me doing a live. You're going to literally see what I do in a day in the life, kind of a thing. And all of our fun, of course, Sunny has a GoPro going. All of our characters will be involved, and it's going to be something fun and exciting. Are we still on target for our first episode to go
16th, Monday?
I thought we said the 12th.
12th.
That would be like next Monday. That's why I'm asking.
Coming up, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're still because Will has to do all the editing. So next Monday, now I'm still going to do my lives. I'm still coming on here to talk to you guys. This will be additional content. So it's going to debut Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, it's going to be right here on the channel. It's going to be right here. Additional content on Mondays. And I think it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun for me because I don't have to do the editing. Because you guys know, I mean, those of you who have watched kind of like what goes on with all us YouTubers, editing's no joke. It takes a lot of work. I think it's going to be very, very fun and exciting, and just so much new stuff happening. So back to that question of what is it like to realize your dream? It's I don't think it's really sunk in for me yet. I was kind of standing here yesterday looking at the store, and I wish now, going back, I had just set up a camera somewhere and just done one of those like time lapse things, because we took this place from a dark, empty space into the magic you see happening now. And it's not even done. Like, we have so much more to do, but it's a store now. And that has been accomplished from my dream and a lot of amazing people around me, because there is no way I could do this alone. And the thing is, I couldn't have done this without some of the amazing volunteers that have come in to help too. I want to give special shout outs to Miss Patty, who's over here right now working on the shelves. And she has been here every day helping out. And she is a huge blessing. All of the volunteers are blessings and have been here. And Rebecca has been managing and doing things, because I've still been running my whole business at home, doing all my content, feeling like I need to be 6 people, but I can't be 6 people. So I just want to stress how important it is to put a team in place to help you with this stuff. And don't try to be Superman or Superwoman when you get to a point in your business where there's just not enough of you to go around. You've got to get people. Yes. And the offer for volunteering is open to any of you. We love our volunteers, and there's plenty of jobs here at the thrift store to do. So thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. So I'm probably missed some questions. If you asked a question and I didn't answer it, please ask it again. I'm kind of watching the chat now. Can you create a business account with PayPal, then use your app to accept debit and credit cards? The problem is not in the acceptance, is you have to have the equipment. You have to have something to read the credit card, and we don't have time now to get that. And I'm really, really not wanting to mix my different businesses. This is running as a standalone DBA business. It's its own entity with its own bank account. Everything is separate here. So I don't want to mix it with my existing PayPal. You can bring donations to 1401 North Decatur Boulevard, number 14, anytime that we are open now. And that is Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. We are going to extend the hours a little later. That is our soft opening hours for now, just because of getting enough people to run everything, and also not wanting to be here too late at night right now. Judy, and I would have loved to have you volunteer too, Judy. Darn that drive. Right? We had to have a horse rescue. This particular horse rescue is kind of near and dear to our hearts because I actually helped this friend of mine who has the rescue. I helped her get this rescue started. She had been rescuing horses with her own money and her own resources for many, many years. And I looked at her and I said, why aren't you a nonprofit? I mean, you could do this with funding and she's like, I just never thought about it. So then I helped her get the whole thing started. I was actually on her board for a short time. And then I was like, I don't have time. I'm sorry. But she's going strong. She's actually gotten mentoring from, and some of you know this channel, the Horse Rescue Heroes out of, I think they're in Nashville, Tennessee. So she's got a really good rescue operation going, and she is getting these horses into really spectacular homes too. I've seen it with my own eyes, because I can be a little skeptical about rescues and the work they do. There are some bad ones out there, to be sure. There was a really, really bad horse rescue kind of out on social media a couple years ago. So I am very, very picky about the nonprofits that I'm partnering with, but they will be the place that we end up getting a horse from once we are in that position. She moved out to Pahrump so she could have more land to be able to rescue more horses. It just made it easier for her. DBA stands for doing business as. So it's a fictitious business name is the other name for it. So I have my corporation, which is Utterly Good Inc. And so the store runs as a DBA underneath that. All this business stuff. The Niche Foundation is now still back in the works. I had to kind of put it on hiatus for a little bit. There was some issues with some board member stuff and the completion. So I gave it a breather. But I am back in touch with the attorney, and we're going to get it finished. We should have our own 501c3 early 2023, so then that I can start putting a portion of my sales from Utterly Good Inc., that would be my live sales and my eBay sales and all that, now back into my own nonprofit, which my mission is to help disadvantaged women create their own online businesses. So again, all part of the big picture and being able to help people learn how to do this business. So nobody ever has to get in that position where they lose a job, don't know where money's going to come from, because you can literally pick up and start a reselling business today. Like, boom, you can start it today. It's one of the other reasons I'm pushing Whatnot so heavily too, is because what I have discovered is Whatnot, once you figure out all the initial, little how-tos, Whatnot is so incredibly easy to set up a show and sell something. Like, oh my gosh, I got a $200 vet bill I have to pay. You know what? Let me schedule a Whatnot. Let me find some things to sell, and boom, you can do a sale and sell stuff just like that and make money. So I'm really, really loving Whatnot for me teaching people too, because it's becoming easier to do than eBay. I hate to say it. eBay and I kind of have a little love-hate relationship right now. They frustrate me at how difficult they're making it for people to get started. See, that's the thing. I get they needed to do the item specifics and like, I get it. You got to grow and we got to learn and we got to go with that stuff. It's how hard it is to get started, and all of the restrictions they put on people is making it so that it's not going to be the first place that I tell people where to start a reselling business. As sad as that is. So some of you see, I'm set up as a Whatnot seller, but haven't figured it out yet to have a sale. So let's help you figure that out, my favorite finds. I think the thing that makes people nervous is that first sale is, you're live. Doing a live it can be a little terrifying for people that aren't used to being in front of a camera. And you don't have to be in front of the camera. You can just have your little hands out there, showing the stuff. But I get it. It's nerve-wracking. But I say just do it. Just do it. Already, Lordy, whatever you do, don't get behind on your taxes. That is true. Don't get behind on your taxes. Don't do that. Let me look. I'm just trying to catch any questions that I missed. Are you also selling books, CDs, DVDs? Yes. We are selling everything a thrift store sells. Everything a thrift store sells, we've got it here. Not quite in the massive quantities as a Goodwill yet. We're getting there, but we're ready to open the doors. Oh, Cindy got her first Whatnot sale done yesterday. Congratulations. I see the wheelchair issue coming up. We can't really we don't have a place. I have some little shopping carts. We're not really set up, to store wheelchairs and because I don't even think Goodwill doesn't do that. Like most people who need a wheelchair, they come with their wheelchair. Our aisles are big and open and we're accessible. We can accommodate everyone, but we can't supply the wheelchair. Isn't there a shipping concern with Whatnot? Not really a shipping concern. Here's the thing from a seller perspective. Your buyers are paying the shipping. The shipping concern I think you're referring to is that it gets to be a little bit of a high amount when someone is buying a lot of things, especially if they're heavier things. They don't quite have the discounts figured out on the shipping. But generally speaking, it's working out okay. I've actually done some shows with really, really large items, combined shipping with multiple boxes, and it has worked out great. I was squeamish, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with it and on board, and it is something they're still working on. You absolutely can use your phone for Whatnot, Bethay. Yeah, and I don't want to, I know I start talking about Whatnot every single show, but I don't want to just be talking about Whatnot. Ooh, I think our window guy's here. Let's see. Oh, and Corinne's Collectibles is coming to Vegas. Yay! Yeah, I welcome everyone. A lot of people ask what hotel is closest to here. And so I can't vouch for this hotel. I have not stayed there personally, but Arizona Charlie's is really, it's maybe 5 minutes, 10 at the most up the street. It is in front of another antique mall. If you were just coming for shopping in this area, that's probably the easiest one to get to and from. But I can't vouch for how good the hotel is. I just got to put that out there. I can't vouch for it. Oh, let's see. I'm scrolling up here, guys. Perfect Storm. I'm not sure that's actually true. Yeah. Making a nonprofit, forming a nonprofit doesn't mean you are just doing it to avoid paying taxes. Nonprofits are very, very accountable to where the money goes that they bring in. There's a There's our forms. It's all public knowledge. You can look up any nonprofit. It's called their 990 form. It is public information. So it's not just about avoiding paying taxes. So, Patty, you're asking Joanna Gage when her next show is. Gotcha. My next show is at 3:00 this afternoon, Pacific time. You know, if you were not nervous about starting your own YouTube channel, I would be concerned, because that's perfectly humanly normal to be nervous. The thing is, and this is where a lot of people get stuck, don't let nerves stop you. Nerves are natural. We all have them, but don't let them get in your way. Push through them. Push through them. That's a great question. When shopping in your store, will you pay separately in the boutiques, then come to cashier for the floor? Nope, everything is handled right here at the cash register. So we have software in place that knows whose item is who. I was looking for one of our price tags. There's got to be something around me that's priced. Is there nothing around me that's priced? I need a priced item. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So all of our price tags look like this. So we have the whatever the thing is. So that little barcode there stores all the information. So the number, that like number up here, each one of the people selling here, whether it be a nonprofit or one of the vendors in the rooms, all have their own number. So it knows that. So we know whose stuff it is, the date that the tag was created, and then the price and the barcode. And then that goes into the computer. Oh, okay.
Charity Blue vendors.
Yep. So that goes into the computer as we are creating the labels with all the information that we need. And it tells it whether it's a colored tag. So we're starting with blue tags because blue is kind of my color. We're going to do a color rotation, just like the Goodwills do. After something is here a certain amount of time, it will be discounted, so that we are constantly rotating the stock and we know what the older stock is. We're going to do other fun things. We're going to do treasure hunts for, things that are, the date is pre whatever, those items will go on sale. We're going to do lots of really fun stuff in the shopping. So now the vendors, and so those of you who shop at Goodwill know what red tags are at Goodwill. It's kind of like it's their equivalent of a boutique item. So we have white label. White labels are our boutique items, so to speak. So this one, Will just brought me over this example here. So you can see there, same tag, it'll scan, but that way the customer knows if it's a white tag that it doesn't, if we're running like a big sale, the white tags are not included in that sale, and it won't automatically discount in the, guys are being funny again. They keep me laughing. So yeah, we've got all these little things that are like all getting worked out, but they will offer discounts and sales on their own too. We're going to do lots of fun stuff. Always going to be opportunities. Always going to be opportunities. What else was I going to say? So my stuff, that's what I was going to say. So I have this whole big area. You can't really see it. It's up. It's up over there. It's a whole stage. This used to be a church. So I have the whole church stage. I guess that's kind of appropriate, isn't it? So all of my stuff also has the white tags, but because I'm going to be here all the time, I will have a lot of room to negotiate on my items. But yeah, realizing my dream, I don't think it's fully sunk in yet because I'm still in stress mode. I'm still in, oh my gosh, we have so much to do before we open on Wednesday. But at the same time, I look at it and I just go like, wow, I did this again, because this is the second time. And I always said when I closed the first one, when everything was ending, I said, you know what? I will do this again. And that was kind of how I got through it, because that was crushing. I grieved. It was hard. I loved my it was a time machine shopping experience, and it was completely different from this. But I really went through a grieving process with having to close the doors. But I said, I'm going to have another brick and mortar store. It will happen. And here I am 6 years later. It's happening again. Is 6 or 7? Wait, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 5. Wait, math is not my strong point. It was 2017 it closed. 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, 5 years. I did it within 5 years. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm on this little Chromebook and sometimes it's a little wonky with the chat. Bear with me, guys. Oh, that's awesome, Natalie. Yeah. Whatnot's support is very, very responsive. Very, very responsive. It is going to be a fabulous adventure. And my vision, you guys, the dream, the big dream is to grow, expand, have multiple locations, and franchise across the country. So that's the big, big dream. The name of the store is the Good Stuff Thrift Store. And so those that know me know that my eBay is Utterly Good Stuff. My main corporation is Utterly Good Inc. So the good stuff was already in there. The Utterly has always been a little confusing for people. So we just went, you know what? Good stuff. And you might notice a little similarity in the blue color of the logo. I'm just saying, and that it's a G and all of that, because marketing, I want to kind of, pull my, my other G blue thrift store people over, kind of think more like, oh, good stuff, goodwill, it's all good. Let me see. Aren't you glad you didn't do a soft open on Black Friday? I would have we had the merchant account. Like that's what we were really pushing for. Actually, it was our business license. It was our business license. That was the big thing, the holdup. And we had to wait until we had that. Of course, Mikey and Sunny are eating. What else would Mikey and Sunny be doing? Where'd they go? I don't know. They're back in their room somewhere. That's what they do. Come on. Are Mikey and Supercourt giving Friday night tours? I don't know. We might be able to arrange something. When you're rotating colors, shouldn't you start with the date you open in the beginning? Yeah, so it's me, Sally. It's not going to matter because we're not going to do the first discounted time frame. It's going to be, we're going to set it based on when the stuff was, we were open and it was available for sale, not on the date it was tagged. We had to put, the software automatically generates the date it's tagged. So it's not a big deal. Maybe I'll let you guys vote on the, what'll be the next color in line. I don't know what should be the next color in line. Yeah, so the white tags, we'll have other special things going with white tags. Never fear. That's the beauty of this being a small, kind of intimate shopping experience and having the peeps that have the rooms, they'll be hanging out here and stuff. And if you want to negotiate prices while you're here, you're dealing with a real person, not a corporation.
Oh, sure. Yeah, she should be here for the rest of the day.
What are you going to do with things that won't sell? Well, the goal is to make sure that everything sells at some point or another. But here's the other cool thing we're doing. So you know me and my saving of broken items. And we have Crystal here who actually repurposes those broken items and such. So right as you are walking out the door, I have a little set of bins, and those are going to be items that are free for the taking for people who do crafts, DIY, don't mind fixing something. So we're going to give a lot of that kind of stuff away as opposed to just throwing it in a dumpster. Things, like clothing and shoes and things that don't sell, we will find a place to go. That's the other beauty of working with other nonprofits as well, is we can find a nonprofit who can utilize those items. Perhaps they clothe the homeless and that kind of stuff. And everything on the shelves is curated. We're not putting anything that is not worthy of being sold. So even if we end up pulling things that have been here a while, it's still good clothing. It's still good merchandise. So we will definitely make sure that things end up where they need to end up if they don't sell in the store. We're also working with the Blind Center of Nevada. They are going to get all of our, it's basically things with a plug. Like anything with a plug, except for old TVs and copiers, we can take and they can recycle and utilize those. So we are going to do our best to keep things out of the landfill. Actually, and I think I'm pretty proud of what we got going here. We don't even fill up the dumpster. The thing that goes in the dumpster is empty boxes a lot of times. It's not merchandise. What do I think about Poshmark Lives? I think it's okay. The problem is when you have an established marketplace like eBay, Poshmark, any of those, and people are already used to shopping a certain way, and now they've introduced something new, that's going to be a tough conversion. It's almost like they have to pull in a new segment of customers versus just saying, okay, you've shopped this way, now come shop this way. It's not the same customer. Whereas like Whatnot, this is what they have always been since their inception 2 years ago. They are a video auction platform. The customers coming over there are coming for a video auction platform. Much easier to establish and get the market share and have everybody grow and be happy. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the Posh and the eBay Lives, but I'm not hearing good things yet. I'm not hearing good things yet. How long do you think it will take for your store to be profitable and pay the rent and the employees? Well, I hope that happens within 30 days, folks. No, I don't think it will take long at all because of the ability to bring in virtual. The virtual piece of it, I think, is what kind of sets us apart. And I will be doing, it's once a week. It's once a week right now. Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific time are going to be my Whatnot Live from the store sales. But we will be adding more as needed and as we go, because I want to make sure everybody who has space here and the nonprofits are all realizing good returns on their investment here. And I mean investment of time. You like cubbies better than racks? I love the cubbies. My eye just loves shopping on like segmented little nicely put together. I don't know. Is that just me? I've heard a lot of good things about my doing that. Like from little acorns, oak trees grow. So my farm where I used to raise and train thoroughbreds. The name of my farm was Horse Feathers Farm, but it was originally Mighty Oak Farm. In fact, that was my very first eBay ID was my mightyoakfarm.com back when we could, use domain names. But the reason it was Mighty Oak Farm was because the mighty oak was once just a nut that held its ground. So same thing. With USPS regional boxes going away in January, can you pass on empty boxes to local resellers? I have never used the regional boxes. I have never used a regional box, and I've almost never used flat rate boxes. You can reuse those boxes, just scratch out the regional rate part. Scratch it out. Use the boxes. Use it as regular priority. You can use it as regular priority. Many of us should go to Vegas, rent a few rooms, and have fun with Denny. I totally agree, Miss Wildlife. Do it. I am converting. I'm not completely over here yet, but I'm converting, working full-time over here. I've set up an office over here. I've just got to get a computer set up and get everything going. My office is like the last to get done. I still need to paint. I still need to, yeah, it's a mess in my office. But I will be here full-time. Now, that does not mean I will be accessible full-time, but within reason. But I will be here. I will be here. What color tag do the individual's room sellers have to prevent their items? Those are the white tags that I just showed and I was just talking about, Jan. So white tags are not part of when we run like a big 50% off sale or something. All right, a few more minutes, guys. If I missed your question, type it again. What times and days is your store? It is open Tuesday, will be open. We're opening Wednesday this week, but after that, it will be Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will expand those hours in the spring, most likely. Oh, wow. You're coming from Canada to come see the new store. That is amazing. I look forward to meeting you. Office birdcage. I know I'm still, you guys know how precious my bougie is to me. And the thought of any kind of accidental him getting out or him getting in the store, like it just terrifies me. So bougie's probably not coming here. Doesn't mean there won't be another bird here. I'm just saying, which might work really good because then bougie wouldn't get jealous. I could have a store bird and I could have a home bird. Ooh, the best of both worlds. I don't know. There no plans for bird here right now. Yeah, this would be too much, but he's a homebody. He's a homebody. I'll still be doing stuff from home and bringing bougie on. Don't worry. I'll get bougie updates into more of the videos too. When are you going to have time to go thrifting in order to restock your store? So I'm not restocking the store from thrifting. So, and as far as my boutique, I have got enough inventory to last me a good year. Unless y'all come in and buy it all, I should be good for quite some time. And then the plan is, you guys are hearing it here first. The plan is I might be partnering up with a couple of guys back there to maybe start buying some storage lockers. Just saying. We've talked about it. We're thinking about it because that would be a really great way to then stock our areas and keep prices down and all that good stuff. Indeed, indeed. Hey, if I run out of stuff, so I have a boutique as long as I have stuff. The day comes that I don't have stuff, then I'll convert that to more store space. It's all good. How about working with an adoption pet center and have a pet at the store? Yeah, that's probably, running a store there's a lot of moving parts. And I honestly don't want to be responsible for, really having a pet here full time. Although I will tell you, Ozzy's going to be here. Ozzy's going to have a little playpen set up over here because Noah is our full-time cashier. And Ozzy's very used to having Noah at home with him. So Ozzy was probably going to be our little store mascot. So he'll be here. If you were just starting reselling today, what platform would you use? It's a great question. So that depends what your goal is. What is the outcome you are desiring? Do you need to start making money quickly? Because I'm going to tell you, get over on Whatnot, like right now, today. You will start slow. Most people start slow. And if you are consistent and you keep showing up and you keep bringing good stuff to sell, you will build your following and you will establish your business there. If you are just like, I do not want to go live, I don't want to have to do that, I would still say eBay is the game you want to play, because eBay is the second largest marketplace around. It is still a household name. It is still the place people come to find used merchandise and antiques and collectibles and the such. So eBay is still that viable marketplace. I am not saying don't sell on eBay anymore. I am saying we have to be realistic, though, that eBay is getting a little harder. They are taking more fees, so you have to find things at better margins. And you got to really, really build it up there, too. So everything requires building up. But Whatnot, to me, is like you could realize cash flow pretty quickly. Wow, look at that. It is already after the hour. This was a really fun conversation, you guys. I hope you will come back at 3 p.m. Pacific time, but over on whatnot.com, use the link that I provided. If you have not yet signed up for Whatnot, you will get $15 using that link. You can use that $15 not just in my shows, anybody's shows that you go to. It is yours to spend. And we are going to shop the shelves. You guys are going to be the first ones to shop the Good Stuff Thrift Store via the Whatnot today at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And the stuff is priced, tagged, and so I will show you what it is. And there's no lag. There's no lag over on Whatnot, which is amazing. So you can literally say, stop that item right there, and we can, boom, put it in and sell it. Just like that. So I hope to see you all there. Yes, Becky, I know you want that hippo. Also, if anybody purchased from the live sale, excuse me. If anybody purchased from live sale on Friday, please bear with us. Matt is sick this week, and Carrie is at the house frantically doing shipping, but she has to get down here to help with the Whatnot sale. So our shipping is mostly getting done tomorrow. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and spending an hour with me. We will see you next time. You go be profitable and make it fun. Bye, everyone.